40.
Hi, Sharleen, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to see you, and thanks very much for having us. Los40 Classic is the radio of Texas #1, so it's a pleasure.
Well, my pleasure. It's very nice to be talking to you.
Okay, you're here to present your new compilation, Texas, the very best of 1989-2023, with 24 tracks. 2 of them are new.
It's it's been really, really exciting. Suddenly, having so many songs to have on the very best of that we've added, throughout the years that, we've been doing new albums, and then having these 2 new songs that are completely new to the collection. So yeah, I think it's exciting.
After all, we're playing it already, so
good.
It's got a very Texas, very nice sound, and I don't know if you've got any feedback right now.
Everybody's suddenly hearing it going, oh my God, love the single, and it's good. After all, it's a very, it's a real typical Texas song. It's up, it's happy, it's and it's simple and easy. It's not, there's no gimmicks, there's nothing to it. It's like straight down the line. So it seems to be getting a very good reaction so far. Fingers crossed it stays.
Yeah. And we also watched the video. We've seen you playing drums very passionately. You're like natural. I mean, I didn't know you played drums.
Neither did I until I started learning. I've always messed about playing drums, kind of like, I think as a musician you're always doing bits and pieces, but I'd never had drum lessons, and I'd never taken it, I'd never really thought about ever playing drums, to be honest with you. I've played lots of percussion and stuff on records and things like that, but I've never played drums.
And what about the cover? I love the picture of this compilation. This is the Blackhead Boy single.
It's from the Ellen Von Unworth sessions that were from the White on Blonde times. So yeah, we just thought, something that represents the old and the new, and then we put it in the gold. So yeah, we're very happy with the sleeve as well.
What's the best you've ever had? Because I'm in demand. You're thinking of the way you should have held my hand.
Let's talk about the collaborations, because you've gone for several very special collaborations of your career. They're also included in this compilation. Alan Rickman, there are several ones. Why did you choose these tracks?
Because I think that not everybody knows that they're there, and we've got the Wu-Tang, we've got Alan Rickman. I mean, a lot of people know that we made a video with Alan Rickman for In Demand, but a lot of people don't know that we actually get together later on in our career and later on in Alan's career. And it was funny because we always had that friendship, and it was a bit like, it was that thing where when we did start a family, and I phoned up Alan and I said, how do you feel about singing? And he was like, oh my God. It was very funny. And then he came and he gave it a go, and he added so much more to the record, because we really felt that it was important to have that, as a duet. It was important because we could see the song very typically as a duet.
And I think he passed just shortly after the recording. No, yeah,
it was after that Alan died. Yeah, he was such a wonderful man. He was such a kind, generous human being. And really, Alan really went out his way for other people. He helped so many young actors and young artists. He was really engaged in life and what other people were doing as well, and always really found a way to help people. And if he thought something was interesting or someone was interested, he would really take part in it, and he would just put everything into it.
And we also have another new track that is Keep On Talking. It's a cover of a soul track from mid-60s. And why did you go for that one?
We were making a record with Spooner Oldham. Spooner Oldham wrote this song with a guy, with Dan Penn, and it's a classic Northern soul song. And we had the opportunity to go to work with Spooner in Alabama at Muscle Shoals in the famous Fame Studios. We've made another record, which you'll hear about in time. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do it, and obviously doing it with one of the songwriters from the song and actually the musician, because Spooner played keys on it. Yeah, you're like, it was a real honour. But
you're talking about soul music. It's been like there's always been this strong connection with the soul music, with American music. It has been always there, and that is something very special from the very beginning. What makes also your sound so magical, being a Scottish band, isn't it? It's part of your history.
To make you say that you love me. Hey baby, you didn't go for that. Honey, it's a natural fact that I wanna come back. Show me where it's at, baby. I'm so tired of
I grew up very much with a lot of soul music via my mother, who was into the staple singers and a lot of jazz and blues and, Al Green and Mahalia Jackson and Ella Fitzgerald and all these people. And then my dad's sort of musical taste was like the Byrds and the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and everything. So I kind of had like a really good sort of upbringing on music. I heard a lot of different kinds of music.
And now that you've mentioned your mother, I'm sorry, I didn't know she passed away just before the lockdown.
Yeah, my mother died the week before the lockdown, and my father died not Christmas Day, but the Christmas before. So I lost both my parents in a very short time. So yeah, it's been rather strange not having them around. But it's I think it's difficult for any family when they lose loved ones, and it's been a big change in my life and in my family's life.
Yeah, because I remember when we were talking about how you learned to play drums, that, for example, the guitar, the piano, those were things of your family, of your grandfather, your father. Yeah. They brought you music, and also your mother as well.
Yeah, my mother was a great singer, and her family were all, all of them played instruments and stuff, and that was where kind of like my piano playing and just being able to pick up instruments at home and play them, because my grandparents' house there was always instruments about. There was even a Hammond organ, guitars, accordions, all this kind of stuff. And my cousins and I, we used to mess around, because my cousin was in the band Gun, and so it was like we were always playing music. It was nothing very unusual for us to sing or to play music. But we never, I guess none of us ever imagined that we would be doing it for, as a proper job.
In fact, I think you wanted to be an architect. You wanted to study art.
Yeah,
you were working as a hairdresser. So.
Yeah, I didn't ever imagine that I would be making music. It wasn't something that I thought I would be doing.
I don't want a lover, I just need a friend. I've had time to recover, now that I know it was love.
Suscríbete y comenta los mejores contenidos.